This is Elizabeth from Southern Embellishment. Thank you for joining us today. And I want to show you a project I just finished. And first off, let me say, if you have not checked out Nick the Booksmith, you need to just stop this video, go watch her, then come back and watch this. But she has got phenomenal books, and now she has put together classes to teach us how to do it. And so I've taken a couple of her classes. They are fantastic. I love them. Making these tomes are just addictive, and her teaching style is great. She just does a wonderful, wonderful job. So thank you, Nick, for sharing what you have learned with us, and making it possible for us to make these gorgeous books also. So give her, I'll link it below. I'll link her YouTube video that tells you about the classes, and then I'll link where the classes are below the video that you can go check it out. It's worth it. This project is very special and dear to my heart because a young lady that we have known since she was just a little girl, and her family has been in our lives for years, and she is getting married. So congratulations, Naomi. I'm so happy for you and Braden. And so I wanted to do something special for her, and so I made this wedding album. How she chooses to use it, of course, is up to her, but she hadn't had a guest book yet, and she gave her, I talked with her mom, so it would be a surprise for her, but I got her colors and a few special things from her mom. And that is my 6-month-old granddaughter in the background. So just count that as sweet instead of an interruption. But anyway, I'm so glad for Naomi, and I wanted to do this for her. And when I talked with her mom, she hadn't had a guest book yet, so she said she hadn't found one. And she was doing kind of the vintage French theme. And so I'll go through and explain it to you as we go, why I put certain things in here, why I use certain things. So on the cover, her colors were navy blue and then a smoky blue. And I was hoping to get the smoky blue but couldn't find it, so I used the navy blue. And then I did, of course, the technique that Nick shows in the classes for the cover. But the Naomi got her fiance proposed to her at Union Station, and so for her backdrop of her wedding, she's using, her father's making her a 10-foot big clock like this. Well, when I heard that, right away I knew I wanted to do a clock face on the cover, and so that's what this is for. That's why I chose that. And so I had her mom look at the pictures, and he proposed to her at 12:50. So I set the hands at the time that that he popped the amazing question, and so that's what that's all about. So it means, it means something to her. It's not just a decoration; it means something. And then up here, I added the Tim Holtz name. Sorry, I can't think today. The Tim Holtz nameplate, and I put the word forever in there. And then, of course, I put the Tim Holtz corners on the front and the back. And then I did the ridges for the spine. And I really just love how it turned out. Now, she is using cream lace. That's part of her wedding. I don't know if it's on her wedding dress, but it's part of the whole scheme of things. So I wanted to put a lot of lace on the edges. I didn't do it everywhere else, but I put it on the edges. And normally I set the lace back so I could put a tie closure here, but I wanted the lace to kind of just flow out. And so that's why I did it like that. I brought it forward so it would just flow out. And on each, so there's lace on the beginning of each signature, and then I have a little charm for each signature that hangs down. And Naomi, these are on removable pins if you want to do something different with them. And here's I had an initial for their last name and little clock hands, and I can show you that as we go through. So let's start the flip through. And over here I put their name and the date of their wedding with some cheesecloth behind it. And their saying is, if you'll be my forever, then I'll be your always. And so I wanted that to go in there. Beautiful saying. The book has 6 signatures. And of course, Naomi, we, in making journals, we like to leave the tails of the sewing that we do. And of course, those can be trimmed off if you don't like them. But it's just kind of a look that I like, and but you're free to do with it what you want. And then I also have these tabs per signature. Each signature has a tab and a little twine with some cheesecloth. So that was a little added. I like to see things sticking out. I think it looks great. So each signature is set up in the same format, and so I wanted to leave a lot of room either for her guests to sign and maybe write a sentiment. She has plenty of room for photos, plenty of room, for memories, honeymoon, whatever, however, Naomi, you choose to use this. It's got over 200 pages, almost 300. I think it was like 280 some pages. So almost 300 pages. So this could, even if you use it for your first year of marriage or however you want to use it, there's just so many ways that you can utilize this album. And on each signature, I have a different applique, and on the front, because I wanted to include as much of the lacy look. And so this was all white, so I tea-dyed to just a little bit to make it creamy, and it turned out really nice. Now on this, I took and framed their engagement picture and put it on their invitation. It's covering up the invitation, but I just love the laser cutouts on that. And so I thought that I didn't glue it in so she could put it wherever she wanted in the book. And but I just thought that was nice, so I added that in there. Each page is stenciled, so it has different stenciling throughout. And I used Tim Holtz Antique Linen because it's not quite as bright as, like this first signature has some black or dark walnut, whatever it is, the walnut stain. And it got a little dark. But this is the antique linen, and I like it the best to stencil on the pages. All of this can be written over. So, it still can be written over. All the pages are tea-dyed. But I got some script. I don't know if you can see that or not. And it was either stamped or stenciled I used. Sorry about that. I ran out of space. Now we're back. Here you can see I used the dark walnut, and so even though it can still all be written over, it is a little darker than the antique linen. So that's just my preference as an antique linen. And as you can see, I got my Tiffany and Company stamp, and I got to use it for this. I was so excited. So Naomi, when she was a teenager, I had made a funky chunky junk journal, and she had purchased that from me. And what really intrigued her, one of the things that really intrigued her about it is I had just a lot of little places to just write little notes and journaling and things like that. And that really intrigued her. So I wanted to make sure I included these secret little tuck spots for her. And also, I've got ephemera through it. I made these little cards that are tied together with a little trinket pin. This says Memoirs. And so she would have, I'm not going to undo it, but it's a journaling spot in there. So she would have all these little secret places to journal her thoughts, her memories. And each of them it's all tea stained. And then in each of the signatures, I have the library cards, and I have one says Best Day Ever, and it has their date of their wedding, which is February 17th, and Celebrating February 17th. She could use those as guest cards for them to sign, or for, whatever. Naomi, use it however you want to use it, honey. And so let me just flip through here some more. And then I had this little tiny, look how little the Sears and Roebuck catalogs were. And so they had different household items, but I tried to stick with the Victorian. They had household items, they had clothing and things like that. You'll see I put one of these pages in each signature. More stamping, stenciling. little tuck spot here. And then each of the signatures has a hymn that talks about love. And then just some paper collaging. Sorry, I'm taking way too long. I left it open just so she could just have all the room that she could to utilize for photos or whatever. She has 6 songs she's using in her wedding. So in the middle of 3 of the 6 signatures, I have 2 songs and that she's using in her wedding. And so I think that'll make it personal for her too. And kind of flip through here. And then on each of the in each of the signatures, I have one of these pages. Again, utilizing the lace, wanting to get as much of that in there as I could. So I have this little lace collage, and each of them are the same. A little lace applique with a piece of lace stuck in it, some beaded lace, and a rosette that I put together. And so each of the signatures has one of those. Here's the other side of that. And then in each of the signatures has this too. And this is a digital download, and I wish I could remember who it's from. I apologize that I should have looked that up before I started making the video. But each of the signatures has a different one of these, and these are just gorgeous. And so edge punched them and tea dyed them. And so each of those are in there, giving her more journaling space. Excuse me, I've been fighting a cold, and it's giving me a hard time here. Some more stamping. And then here's the second signature with the little lace applique. Little charm there, beaded charm. Try to flip through here because it's, like I said, each one has the same setup. Another little secret, but I want Naomi to be able to see it, and then I'll be sending it out to her, but she can look at the video. Another little journaling card, the 2 library cards. This beautiful little postcard ephemera. And then I took, again, I got my Tiffany stamp, and I love it. And so I took a piece of tea-dyed paper and made an envelope. And then inside, I think I made 2 of these for the book. Inside, just tea-stained paper set up to write special things in. Another song, another tuck spot, little ticket, tuck spot. And then for the signatures that did not have the songs in the middle, I took digital downloads and printed them on tea-dyed paper, and so put those in the middle. Here's the other lace applique. Here's the other journaling spot. These are gorgeous. I just love these. I love them. I would love to have a whole book of them. Here's the third signature with the lace applique. And this has got, she did a lot of things about time, since, you know, that it's kind of their theme, as I spoke of on the cover. So here's like a little watch with the old button and some lace. So I put that on there. And here's the ephemera and this, Naomi, this is special. I'm sharing this with you. A journaling friend of mine in New Zealand, Michelle from the Paper Addiction, she sent me some tags, and I thought this was beautiful. Naomi and her husband are ministers in the ministry, so I thought that was good for her. So I wanted to share that with you. It's a very special tag. The 2 library cards. Some more ephemera there with a little corset. I thought that was cute. Here's a man and woman in love. Another little secret journaling spot. This is organs, which $27.65 for a beautiful organ. That one's $32. Parlor organ, they call it. And that's out of the Sears and Roebuck catalog. Well, I'm doing really good with this today. And 2 more of her songs. By the way, Naomi, I love your songs. They are great. It's going to be a beautiful wedding. I do hate to say that my husband and I already have a previous engagement that we cannot get out of before we knew about Naomi's wedding. And our church is hosting, my husband and I pastor, and our church is hosting a sectional event. And so we can't, or a statewide event, I'm sorry, and we already have that booked months and months ago, so we can't get out of that. So I'm sorry to say I'm not going to be able to attend the wedding. I'm going to miss it so much, but hopefully I'll get to see lots of pictures. Here's the other journaling spot there. Here's the 4th, I think it's the 4th one. And this has got little clock hands, the hour and the minute hand there. And here's the ephemera for this one. Here's the 2 library cards. Fashions. And then here I thought this was cute. Has the ladies' boots and Victorian boots advertising. You could get a pair of boots for $2.23. Oh, to be able to do that, right? And then here is this is another digital I love so much. I thought that was beautiful. It says memories up here. There's that digital for that tuck spot. Almost done, guys. Here's the 5th signature with the lace applique. I get my lace, most of my lace. Now, I do Hobby Lobby, but there's, I've said this on some of my other videos, but there is a online site called The Lace Place. And they're out of Pennsylvania, and they have the most gorgeous lace. And it's I think the prices are fantastic. And so check it out if you haven't. And it just has an abundance of lace for a really good deal. And here's a little pearl. And again, Naomi, these can be taken off or left on and put throughout the book however you want, or do whatever you want with them. I'll be sending this out to her this week. I know she's waiting for it, and I want it to get there in plenty of time so she can become familiar with it and know what she wants to do and how she wants to use it for the wedding. And then here's another one of the Tiffany envelopes with the pages for a letter. And not to forget her husband-to-be. Here's men's neckties and bow ties out of the Sears and Roebuck catalog. I'll keep saying that wrong. Thought that was really super cool. I don't know how they told what color they were, but it's cool advertising anyway. Again, check out Nick the Booksmith. Here's her last 2 songs. To check out our classes. It's worth every penny. And it'll take your journaling to a whole new level. And more ties and men's belts. That's my little granddaughter. She's wanting some attention. The last signature, and this has got a little high heel shoe on it. Here's another one of those little booklets for her to journal in. And the library cards. And then this one has advertising sofas. Let's see. Just to be curious, you could get a sofa for $11.40. Gorgeous sofas. And as you can see, like I said, they're all set up with the same. And then here's the middle of the signature with a digital download. And then I just punched the corners too. I inked it up and distressed it, punched the corners. Alright, we're coming to the end. We're almost there. Here's the last of those. I had so much fun making. This was the first time, this was my very first tome that I made to show you how well Nick the Booksmith teaches. I didn't even, do a trial or anything. I just went for it because she just made it so doable the way she taught it. I just sit here with the videos up on Teachable.com. I just sit here with the videos of her teaching it up, and I watched it all the way through first, which she even talks about that. Watch the videos all the way through first, get it all down, which I had done because that's just how I operate. I just want to see all the instructions first. And then I went back step by step by step. As I was ready to do that step, I would watch it again. Then I would do that step. That way I made sure I didn't forget anything. And I'm on my third cover, my third tome. And I still do that because I just don't have it in my mind yet, to memorize it all yet. I just want to make sure that I get every step. So I just turn it on, watch it, and then I do the steps. So check it out. It'll be linked below. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I appreciate you coming by and taking a look. And we will be having a giveaway soon because I am getting subscribers every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm looking forward to that. I will have something special for you. In fact, I'm going to have 3 giveaways because, and I don't want to tell you why, but I will have 3 giveaways at the time of my giveaway because I'll tell you why when I do the video for that. So stay tuned. Like the page if you'd like it and subscribe, and you have a great day. Go make something fun. Check Nick the Booksmith out. Have a great day. Bye-bye.